Hey, everybody, I'm John Granado, and that is Josh Jordan. You can hear us on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. You can also see Josh's work at sportsmaphouston.com. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet to get all of our content here at SportsMapHOU. Yuli, still out there. He met with the Marlins twice now. He's unfollowed the Astros on Instagram, which bothers me, and we can talk about that. But is there any hope left that the Astros can bring Yuli back?
I don't think so. The other part of that, John, he's now following the Marlins on Instagram. So, that's the other part of it. So unfollow and a follow. He's met with them twice now. If the Astros wanted to get Yuli back, I think they would have made their move by now. And the word on the street is from Miami reports that he wants 2 years. I don't see Jim Crane going 2 years with Yuli Gurriel at this point in his career.
Yeah. Listen, this unfollow and follow thing really bothers me. Yuli Gurriel got out of Cuba. He made over $60 million here with the Houston Astros, and he out of spite because that's business. You made over 60. If you make $60 million somewhere, if anybody gives me over $60 million, I promise I will never unfollow you. It's just ridiculous to me. And then and he's going to be bitter because of how he played last year, how they had to go get a first baseman because of how he hit last year. He hit in the postseason, that was great. But come on, Yuli, you got to be kidding me. You are going to be a legend here forever because of what you did for this organization over these last 6-7 years, whatever it's been. And now you're going to unfollow and be bitter with the Astros. Stop. So I don't. Josh, this is your generation. Could you explain it to me, please?
I don't get it. I'm not one of the people that, if I'm switching jobs, I don't put that out on Twitter. That's just not how I do business. I like to keep some stuff in-house and personal, and I do a lot of social media for a living, so that's not what I want to do in my personal time. But I get your point. That's how people do business now. Part of me wonders, is this Yuli trying to maybe get a little groundswell from Astros fans, that see this happening and being like, all right, you got one last chance here. Go get the deal done, Jim Crane. Bring Yuli back. Maybe that's part of it. The other thing that's interesting is the reports are he'd be a part-time player for the Marlins too. So I just can't see the Astros giving up that much money for a guy that's not going to play all that much.
$5 million, maybe $5 million. Okay, but Jim Crane is not going to listen to fans. Jim Crane, listen, after all the Carlos Correa hubbub, and he just ghosted him, and he just said, I ain't calling you back no more. And are you kidding me? He ain't listening to Yuli fans to tell him that they got to bring that 190 hitter back. That just isn't happening. And if they don't bring him back, they're going to have about $22 to $25 million under the competitive balance tax. What do you do with it?
I mean, Andrew Chafin's still out there. I think Dusty Baker would love a really great left-handed bullpen guy. But it feels like a little bit of overkill to me because the bullpen is so loaded already. Yep. I'm hearing the Mets have interest in him. You still got Kyle Tucker out there. I think I might save my money a little. If anything, maybe if Brantley isn't quite ready, or maybe it just doesn't work out with Brantley, maybe you want to have a little extra money to go grab a DH. If that doesn't happen, that makes sense to me. But I'd be saving every penny to try and make an offer to Kyle Tucker.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but yeah, I would too. That ship has passed for me. I don't think Kyle Tucker is going to. He's going to hit free agency, and he's going to get himself $300 million or maybe even more by that time. In 3 years, what's it going to be? If it's 300, if the number's 340 now, what's the number going to be in 3 years when Kyle Tucker becomes available and he's got that great WAR and all these stats and all these wins and everything else? Kyle Tucker's going to break the bank, and it ain't going to be with the Houston Astros.
No, and if his agent comes in with the number starts with 4. Tucker might actually get it by that time comes around. And Jim Crane, that's not how he does business.
We ain't doing that. We just ain't doing that here.